So my previous live, I got a call coming in and it cut off, and then the phone started acting weird. So I'm back again. We were talking about being open to change. I wanted to put that back up there. Hey again. Should have put that in the thing. Let me try to put it in there. Be open to change. Open to change. Bam. Okay. Good morning. So, yeah, this has really been on my spirit, y'all, lately, to be open to change, because when we think about learning is not our problem anymore. I think that maybe a few years ago, when we weren't reading books and watching YouTube videos and watching people's stuff on Instagram, then there was an issue with learning. But now we've learned enough. Now we got to get to this place of execution, right? And the execution is so important, because it doesn't matter how many great ideas you got going on inside your head. Now it's time to execute. And if you never execute, nobody will ever see how talented you are. Nobody will ever start spending their money with you. Nobody will ever have a reason to refer other people to you, because they never knew how great you were. And they never knew how great you were simply because you never showed up. You never executed. With your smart and intelligent self, there is literally millions and millions of dollars inside your brain right now. I hope y'all catching this. There are literally millions upon millions of dollars inside your brain right now that is waiting to come out to be executed on. And so you can say to yourself, well, I've been praying and the blessing is just not coming. God ain't showed me. No, listen, faith without works is dead. You cannot have faith without the work. So you got to be willing to execute. And in this season, don't wait till next year. Start doing it this year, where you say, I'm going to start executing. I'm going to get my website up. I'm going to get a landing page. I'm going to learn how to do these things. It's execution time. It's not learning time. For some of you, it was learning time. That learning time is over. You done learned so much this year. It's crazy. You got all this stuff inside your brain right now. There is millions upon millions of dollars for you to get a nice bag with, simply because you are so knowledgeable. But now it's execution time. You've had all of these brilliant ideas all the years. So you've been talking to your pastor. You've been talking to your friends about it. Everybody like, yeah, that's a dope idea. Just start it. And for whatever reason, y'all, we like, I ain't gonna start it yet, because it's you stopping you. It's you not believing in you. And, we gotta always continue to have this confidence conversation, because it's not something that you can pass by. And realistically, it's not that you're not a confident person, but this is a next level that you ain't never been to before. So naturally, you're not going to feel as brave, as confident to be able to make moves. It's like going to a new city that you ain't been there before. Like you real confident in your hometown, but you're in a new city, so you don't know where everything is. This is how that next level is for you. You don't know where everything is. You got to get around some winners. I said on my previous live before it cut off that you got to start hanging around winners. So maybe for the longest time, you have been hanging around losers, and all you knew was losing, because that's all that you kept having come into your life. But now this next season that you want to win, you got to have some winners around you. And some of these winners are naturally going to be mentors, coaches, business besties, people within your community, maybe some people that you would have normally never talked to because you thought they was corny or lame or not intelligent or this or that. Maybe it's time to get some other type of people inside your circle. Some people that's really going to challenge you to get to the next level. Some people that's not going to allow you to be comfortable where you are for another year going into 2023, because 2023 ain't here yet. We only in October, but before you know it, it's going to be February of 2023. And you're going to be looking back at some of the stuff that you said you was going to do in 2022 and you never did. I don't want you to keep feeling that way. I want you to finally start attacking your goals and really build something meaningful that you be dreaming about, that you be thinking about. Like when you and your girls get frustrated at your job, you be talking about your big old dream again, right? I want you to finally be able to have that. Bro, I understand where you coming from. I'm a man myself. I'm a father. Got 6 kids, my wife and I, right? It's challenging to be a man. It's not easy to be a man. You got a lot of responsibilities on your shoulder. You have a lot of growing up to do on a consistent basis being a man. And when you talk about being a man and being a father and being a businessman, that's a whole lot to juggle. But if you keep thinking the same way that you're thinking about yourself, you'll never have that next level money, that next level opportunity, getting to the place where you don't have to tell your kids no. Listen, most of us men, we're telling our kids no, not because we don't want to give it to them. We're saying that because we really don't have it. And we thinking like, man, I ain't got that in the account. Baby girl, baby boy, I can't get that for you. What if you got to this position where it was always yes, as long as if it was good for them? Come on, y'all. But it's now being open to change. Like you on this Monday morning, Monday afternoon, wherever you at, I want you to be open to change. I want you to be so open that even if something appears to you that seems a little weird and scary and like, man, it's like the unknown. I ain't never experienced nothing like this. This can't be God. Be open to change, because some of the biggest blessings that God gonna send you is gonna be in a way that you would have never expected. It's gonna be in a way that didn't add up in the calculator, didn't even make sense. How is this person? Like, I'll never forget. It was earlier this year. I reached out to a business owner and said, listen, I want to help you for totally free. I want to help you get your business to the next level. And she said, well, what is it that I got to get to you? I said, nothing, no strings attached. She was like, well, come on, that can't be real. You want something. I said, I don't. I just want to sow into you because I see the potential that you have, but I know that you're stuck. I know that you want to go to this next level, but it's these things around you that you ain't even paying attention to. One of the worst things we can do, y'all, is have some crazy mess going on inside our life and we're not even paying attention to it. And literally, these are the things that's keeping you from the wealth, from the success, from the happiness, from that peace of mind that you know that you really want on the inside. You know that's what you really, really want. I want you to now transition your business to start looking at it a little bit differently, though, right? Because it's so easy for me to talk about the branding and the marketing and how to position your logo and make sure that your storytelling is on point and making sure that you are captivating your audience and you're only speaking to the right audience. I can teach you all of those things, but if you still stuck and not executing with all that beautiful knowledge that you have inside of you, then you'll still never get to the bag. And some people, the problem is not their marketing, the problem is not their branding. It's literally the execution. They ain't never had a coach that's going to be up in their grill and saying, hey, what are you doing this week? Like, what did you work on the website? Did you work on your social media posts? Did you plan some stuff out? Did you follow up with those people? No, I ain't really get to it. Like, what the heck is going on? Like, why do you keep saying that you want all of these amazing things to happen to you, but these daily opportunities of execution never happen? And these are the reasons that you're stuck. So for a person like you, a brand like you, a business like you come to me, I'm going to identify these particular pain points in areas that you're really slipping in, that there's huge areas of opportunity. I don't know if y'all saw this on my post, but I talked about opportunity costs. And I heard Warren Buffett break it down because I was listening to one of his shareholder meetings, right? And him and his partner, I think his name was Charlie Munger. He was asked, like, what are some of the mistakes that you've made that you regret? And he was like, you know what? Looking back, there was all of these opportunities that I passed by that probably could have made us billions of dollars. So when I think about you and your business and where you want to go, you have to look at opportunity costs. Like if me focusing on this other thing and not actually focusing on my business, that's going to be an opportunity cost because I paid attention to all of these things that didn't give me any extra money, that didn't bring any clients, that didn't give me no sales. But
I refused to do this particular thing, there was a huge opportunity. So Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger in their shareholder meeting, y'all, they were basically explaining that they could have bought a whole bunch of other companies that they passed by because they didn't think that it added up in the calculator. They didn't think that it was a good move strategy-wise and all this other stuff. But they refused to follow that hunch that they had inside of them. That intuition is right around here, like where people to talk about like chakras and stuff like that. Chakra is just another word for energy centers, and we all got energy centers. So I'm somebody as a Christian believer that believes in energy center because that's just the way God made our body, right? But right here inside your belly, you get this intuition. And when you feel that and you go against it, it's an opportunity cost. Like you had an opportunity to do something massive and major. And this is why this year, more than anything else, I'm like, God, I'm really about to trust my intuition much more. And he's been leading and guiding me to make decisions just like that. And sometimes I'll have this feeling like, don't work with this person. Like, Mandy, I know that they want to pay you $5,000 this month, but don't work with them. It's not worth it. It's not worth it because my intuition on the inside is saying it's not a good move. And this is something that I want you to now start to trust yourself, because as you're open to change, you're going to start getting these intuitions that God is going to be sending. You're going to start, your discernment is going to like go to the next level. You're going to be sensing things and feeling things like, Dad, you know what? This ain't right. I don't need to be doing this no more. Like, this seemed productive last week, but I shouldn't do it no more. And as you are led and guided, that's how you get to the next level. But I just want you to be open to change in this season, because if you continue to do things the exact same way, God can't bless you with more. Like, you need to get some other people around you that's going to huddle with you, that's going to lock arms with you and be like, hey, let's make this thing happen. I'm not going to allow you to be comfortable no more. And again, to my earlier point, learning is not the problem for you. Like, this is why I'm not even doing a whole lot of heavy teaching right now. I'm literally telling you that the issue has been your execution. Like, it's nothing else in this season. It's not more reel videos. It's not trying to break the algorithm so that you can get more views. That's not going to solve it. It's you that we need to solve. It's you being able to identify within yourself, why don't I feel comfortable in certain situations? What's going on over here? Like, how do I feel serving this particular audience? Because let's talk about that real quick. Maybe you've been speaking to an audience of people that you want to get sales from that's just not listening to you because they don't like you like that. And it's not that you're not a good person, but your type of content is not resonating with them because they're not even on that vibe. Like, how would I have an audience that's like super ratchet, but I'm talking about coming to my church? That's not what they're interested in, right? So I would literally have to speak to them and their pain points, stuff that they going through, stuff that they desire. So I've said this before, you're either bringing somebody out of pain or taking them into pleasure. The people that you're trying to serve on your Instagram page for your brand as a whole, you have to be able to identify them. And this is all things that you really learn through like following that intuition, y'all. I'm telling you, because it's not as hard as you might have made it to be. Growing a business is literally you building relationships, bringing value to somebody, and telling your story. It's literally those three things that allow you to have a massive business. I'm going to say it again. It's you bringing value to others, it's building relationships, and it's telling your story. As long as you're doing that, money going to constantly come in. But the issue that you've had this year is that you keep on learning. And learning has almost become a distraction for you. Because you like, man, let me learn some more. Let me just learn some more. Let me just learn some more. No, why don't you just execute on all the notes that you've taken? Look, there's a study that was done that talks about people that buy online courses. It said about 3 to 5% of people that buy these courses actually use them. It was a study. It was a poll that was done. That's nuts to me. 3 to 5% of all the millions and millions of people that buy courses, only that number is actually doing something with they bought. And so there's some people that got 3 or 4 courses right in their email. They ain't even opened it up yet. Because part of them wants to be successful. The other part just wants to stay comfortable. And you got to ask yourself, like, really, which one do I want more of? But listen, I love y'all. Got to take my son to school. I will talk to y'all later. If y'all need anything, tap in. Today's the last day to register for the Do It Now event. So make sure that y'all head to my page. and register for the Do It Now event. It's totally free, but today is the last day to register for it. It's going to be this Wednesday. Going to be absolutely dynamic. It's going to be really me pushing you to this next level that you need to be and showing you some strategies on how to get there, because it's really been the execution for you. So I love y'all. Peace and blessings. Y'all have an amazing day. Talk to you soon.